Thank you for watching. Today's video will cover applying filters to spreadsheets to use that to sort and manipulate data and different sorting options, as well as freezing panes and deleting and adding columns and rows. Before we begin, it's important to note that this data is FERPA compliant. Student IDs are not connected with student last names, which are not connected with student first names. So there is no connection to student data or personal information present in this video. The first thing that we want to talk about today that you'll probably do in just about any spreadsheet that you use, that you pull for data, student data, or for anything in general, is adding filters if they haven't already been added to a spreadsheet that has been sent to you or that you have pulled. So when you add filters, there's a few different places to do this. You may or may not have this across your quick link options here. But here is a filter button if you do. Another place to have this, and you can use any of these options as well to remove the filters if there be a reason to do so. Filter button right here. This is under the Home tab in the ribbon in the editing section. Your ribbon may look different depending on how that it is set up, or a default setup might look different. And you can add the filters here. There is also a filter button in the Data tab under the Sort and Filter section, and you can add and remove filters there as well. So filters are very helpful because they allow you to sort and manipulate the data that makes sense in your mind. So one option is to sort any particular column from smallest to largest. Maybe you want section numbers to a largest section number at the top for whatever it may be. A lot of people like to organize student names alphabetically so that it's easy to find the student names that you're looking for quickly. And so these options are very helpful. You'll see that there are other things here. In particular, if you're looking for a particular student's last name among a lot of data, you can type it right in here and that will come up for you. And then you can pull that particular student's information if you're looking to do that, or maybe you're looking for a particular section and you just want to choose section 2, and you can see your just students in your section 2 or group 2, however you may have your students organized, so that you can do so. And also, if you are having maybe multiple filters and you're organizing, that's not a good way to do it, but if you have maybe multiple filters selected, let's do it this way, and see, and you just want students in a particular homeroom from section 2, and you have this information, and a helpful thing that you can do to make sure that you get back to your original data and don't forget to unfilter somewhere, and you want to have that original view again, in that same place where you add filters, you can clear them, and it will clear all of them. You can also do that under the Data tab. Where we originally added filters, there is a clear button if there are multiple filters added. Also, if you do have things sorted and then you remove filters from your spreadsheet, it unsorts them automatically as well if there would be a reason that you would want to do that also. So another thing to consider that you may want to do if you have an enormous amount of data, maybe a lot of rows or a lot of columns in your spreadsheet, is you can freeze panes. So under the View tab here, there is a Freeze Panes button in the Windows section of the View tab. And when you expand this dropdown, the most commonly used options are to freeze the top row. So for example, your top row here, as you scroll down and you're looking, maybe you have a lot of different numbers, columns of numbers, and you can't remember, which is which, and you're looking at the data and everything starts to kind of blur together. You always have that top row showing. You can also do that. You can choose to unfreeze panes there as well, and then freeze the first column. So if you were to scroll over through a lot of columns of data, you'd always have whatever it may be, the student ID or class students, or and however you have your spreadsheets organized. So you can unfreeze panes. One more thing for organization of your spreadsheet that is helpful. Again, maybe you have a lot of columns and you're thinking, there's too much to look at. I want to get rid of stuff I don't need. Maybe this home room and course section numbers aren't useful to you while you're trying to look at it. So you have two options here. One is you can delete them, but then they're gone. Or another, if you think that there may be a point where you would want to see them again, you can hide them. So I'll show you both. You just click the columns you want to hide. Maybe you don't need this particular course ID here, and you can highlight both of those, right click, and choose to hide them. So now they're hidden, but they're not gone. So if you highlight the column before and the column after and go down to unhide, they're back. So maybe you don't really want to look at them. Maybe they are useless to you and you want nothing to do with them and you want them gone so they don't mess things up for you. You can right click and you can delete them and they will go away. If you do it by accident, you just hit that undo button on the home tab. If you highlight them, you can click delete and they'll go away. Again, back tab. Make sure after you do anything that you want to keep that you save it if it's not auto saving because it's uploaded to OneDrive, which we can discuss in another video. But that allows you to get rid of things you don't want. Maybe the other sections other than section 1 are irrelevant to you and you don't want section 1, you can sort for just those and delete them. They go away, and then you can clear your filters, and now you only have the sections you need. I'm going to back that up, show you how to get them all back. Then you can clear your filters, and you have everything back again the way that it was before, as long as you haven't saved it and closed the spreadsheet. If you have any questions on organizing your spreadsheet, sorting, filtering, don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.